Every forged knife begins with raw steel, sourced from iron ore that has been refined and shaped into heavy billets.
Before forging begins, the steel is cut into precise sections that will become the blade's foundation.
The cut steel pieces are heated until they glow, making them soft enough for shaping.
With the steel glowing at forging temperature, the first hammer strikes begin shaping the blade. Through repeated heating and striking, the billet stretches into a recognizable knife form. With the blade's length established, the blacksmith begins forming the spine, the central backbone that defines the knife's strength.
The blade returns repeatedly to the forge to maintain temperature, keeping the steel soft enough for shaping.
Now the blacksmith hammers out the tip, transforming the heated steel into the blade's defining point. With the edge and tip roughly formed, the blacksmith begins flattening the blade to prepare it for later refinement. Once the initial shaping is complete, the blade cools slightly to reveal the developing form beneath its scaled surface. Before refining the blade, the blacksmith evens out its thickness to ensure strength and balance along the entire length. The edge begins its transformation as the smith starts defining the bevel, the angled surface that will become the cutting edge. After the first bevel pass, the blade is reheated to maintain forge temperature, keeping the steel workable and responsive. With the steel softened again, the blacksmith strengthens the spine by hammering its top edge into a firmer, thicker ridge. With the rough shape completed, the blacksmith refines the blade's profile, adjusting symmetry and correcting small imperfections.
The bevel is further developed, giving the blade a sharper taper and preparing it for the future cutting edge.
To maintain forge temperature and avoid brittleness, the blade is cycled through the fire before every refinement pass. Once heated, the smith begins shaping the belly curve, the sweeping arc that defines the knife's cutting motion.
The blade is straightened again to remove any distortion created during the shaping of the bevel and belly. To refine the geometry, the blacksmith thins the blade's midsection, creating the foundation for a balanced and efficient cutting profile.
The blacksmith next adjusts the distal taper, gradually reducing thickness from the heel toward the tip for proper weight distribution. With the blade's thickness refined, the smith defines the spine's clean, straight line to ensure strength and aesthetic uniformity.
Before preparing for heat treatment, the blacksmith inspects the blade's symmetry and corrects any uneven shaping.
Once symmetry is confirmed, the blade undergoes a final smoothing pass to remove forging marks and prepare for the critical heat treat stage.
To ensure a clean cutting geometry, the blacksmith shapes the blade's heel, the rear portion critical for control and precision.
The smith then transitions to refining the tip curvature, ensuring the point aligns perfectly with the blade's overall profile.
Before any heat treatment, the edge line is straightened so the future sharpened edge will be perfectly aligned.
To complete the forging stage, the smith smooths the blade's transition areas, including the choil and shoulder.
With forging complete, the blade cools naturally, revealing the final pre-heat treat form, shaped entirely by hammer and fire. Before hardening, the blade undergoes a thorough cleaning to remove scale and ensure even heat penetration in the furnace. The blade enters a high-temperature furnace, beginning the precise heat cycle that determines its final hardness and durability.
During heat soak, the blade remains at a steady temperature to allow carbon to redistribute evenly within the steel.
When the blade reaches the ideal heat, it is removed quickly and plunged into oil to lock in hardness through rapid quenching.
Freshly quenched, the blade is cleaned and inspected for warping or stress fractures caused by the sudden temperature drop.
After quenching, the blade's hardness is measured to ensure it reached the required structural strength for a forged knife. If any warping occurred during quenching, the smith straightens the blade while it is still relatively stress responsive.
Before tempering, the quenched blade is cleaned thoroughly to remove oil residue and reveal any hidden flaws. Tempering begins by heating the blade at a controlled lower temperature, reducing brittleness while preserving strength. During tempering, the blade's internal structure relaxes, balancing toughness and hardness for real-world use.
Fresh from tempering, the blade is inspected for structural consistency before grinding begins.
Before grinding the edge, any residual warping from heat treatment is corrected using light mechanical pressure. The blade surface is smoothed to remove scale and prepare a clean foundation for grinding. With the surface clean, the primary grinding begins, shaping the blade's bevel into sharp, refined geometry.
To prevent overheating during grinding, the blade is cooled frequently, ensuring structural integrity remains intact.
With the primary bevel formed, the smith refines the blade's geometry using a finer grit belt to smooth grinding marks. Attention now shifts to the spine, where rough forging marks are removed to create a clean, straight upper line.
The craftsman transitions to hand filing to perfect small details that machines cannot shape precisely.
To achieve symmetry, the blade is checked against a profile template that ensures both sides match perfectly.
A final smoothing pass prepares the blade for polishing by removing microscopic high spots left from grinding and filing. With the blade fully shaped, polishing begins to remove fine scratches and prepare the steel for a clean, reflective finish.
The craftsman transitions to a finer compound, gradually building the blade toward a semi-reflective satin finish.
To achieve uniformity, the blade is polished lengthwise by hand, blending machine marks into a clean, linear finish. The blade's spine and choil are polished separately to remove all sharp edges and create a comfortable ergonomic profile. As polishing nears completion, the blade is inspected under strong light to ensure the finish is even and flaw-free.
Sharpening begins with establishing the primary cutting edge using a coarse grinding wheel.
Once the initial edge is cut, the blade transitions to a medium grit stone to refine sharpness and correct micro irregularities.
Hand sharpening is performed next to ensure the cutting edge is perfectly aligned and evenly ground on both sides. The edge is then polished using a fine grit stone, giving the blade superior sharpness and a clean cutting feel.
To verify sharpness, the craftsman performs a preliminary slicing test before final honing. Final honing begins on an ultra-fine whetstone, giving the cutting edge its razor-level precision. A leather strop is used to straighten microscopic burrs, completing the edge's razor-sharp profile.
After honing the edge, the craftsman polishes the blade face to remove any last visible sanding marks.
The blade undergoes a detailed inspection to ensure the mirror finish is flawless before edge testing begins.
To confirm the blade's peak sharpness, a hair shaving test demonstrates its precision at a microscopic level. To test edge durability, the blade is driven through dense rope to evaluate how well its sharpness holds under real cutting stress. To ensure structural integrity, the blade is flex tested to confirm it can withstand pressure without cracking. Edge retention is evaluated by cutting through hardwood, ensuring the blade maintains sharpness when facing tougher materials. To test overall toughness, the blade is tapped against a steel rod, ensuring the edge survives controlled impact without chipping.
A final sharpness test slices through layered paper to confirm the blade performs consistently after stress testing.
Handle crafting begins with selecting hardwood blocks, each chosen for density, grain stability, and long-term durability.
The chosen wood block is cut down to the approximate handle size, forming the raw foundation for shaping.
A center slot is drilled into the wooden handle blank to accommodate the tang of the blade.
With the internal slot complete, the handle blank is shaped into its ergonomic form using sanding wheels and rasps.
To ensure a perfect fit, the tang of the blade is test-fitted into the wooden handle, checking alignment and seating depth. To permanently secure the blade,
A strong two-part epoxy is mixed and applied inside the handle cavity. The tang is inserted into the epoxy-coated handle, securing the blade and establishing a strong internal bond. Metal pins are added through drilled holes to reinforce the joint, preventing any movement between blade and handle over time. The reinforcement pins are hammered and filed flush, locking the blade permanently into the handle. With the structural assembly complete, the handle is shaped one final time to achieve a smooth, ergonomic grip. With the handle fully shaped, fine hand sanding begins to create a smooth, comfortable surface, free of rough grain. To prepare the wood for oil treatment, the craftsman burnishes the surface, compressing the grain for a refined texture.
Oil is applied by hand, seeping into the wood to enhance color, protect the surface, and reveal the natural grain.
After the first coat dries, the handle is lightly buffed to remove raised fibers and prepare for additional finishing layers.
A final wax layer is applied to seal the wood, giving the handle a smooth, protective finish and a natural warm sheen.
With the handle fully finished, the craftsman begins final fitting to ensure the transition between wood and steel is perfectly smooth. The balance of the knife is checked, ensuring the weight distribution supports effortless control during use.
The craftsman performs a comfort test, gripping the handle to ensure its contours match the natural shape of the hand. To confirm structural stability, the craftsman firmly twists the handle and tang assembly to ensure there is no movement or looseness.
A final finish coat is applied and buffed, locking in protection and enhancing the handle's rich, natural grain.
Real-world sharpness is tested by slicing through tomatoes, a soft material that reveals imperfections in the edge.
The blade's control and stability are evaluated by performing precise cuts on sheets of thin paper.
To measure edge durability, the knife is pushed through a cardboard tube, simulating real cutting wear on tougher materials.
The tip's precision and strength are tested by carving controlled notches in a block of soft pine wood.
The blade's edge retention is validated by making repeated cuts through a sheet of heavy leather, a tough material that dulls inferior edges quickly. To test heavy-duty cutting strength, the knife is pushed through layered rope bundles, simulating extreme real-world strain.
Impact resistance is checked by striking the blade's spine against a hardwood block, ensuring the steel can handle sudden force.
The knife's tip strength is tested by piercing into thick leather and twisting slightly, checking for bending or breakage.
Corrosion resistance is evaluated by exposing the blade to moisture and checking for oxidation spots after a timed interval.
After completing all stress and corrosion tests, the craftsman performs a final inspection to confirm the blade meets every performance standard.
With all tests passed, the blade undergoes a final deep cleaning to remove oil, dust, and polishing residue.
The maker's mark is added, a signature of craftsmanship that identifies each finished knife.
A thin protective oil layer is applied to prevent corrosion during storage and shipping. The handle receives a final buff to enhance its luster and ensure it feels smooth and warm in the hand.
Before packaging, the knife undergoes one final straightness and surface check to confirm flawless geometry.
In slow motion, the blade moves through air, its balanced weight and refined geometry revealed through fluid motion. A foam insert is cut precisely to cradle the blade, preventing movement and ensuring safe transport.
The finished knife is placed gently into its custom foam cradle, ensuring the edge sits fully protected. Accessories are added, including a care cloth, oil vial, and warranty card, completing the premium unboxing experience. The box is closed and sealed, protecting the knife until it reaches its final owner.
The finished knife returns to the forge floor for its final showcase, glimmering with the craftsmanship that shaped it. As sparks rise, the blade's textured finish reveals patterns forged by countless precise strikes.
A close examination reveals the harmony between steel and wood,
a functional bond shaped by mastery and patience.
The edge, honed to perfection, displays a clean, mirrored line that speaks to the precision of its maker. Every detail, from spine to tip, shows the fingerprint of human craftsmanship, impossible to replicate by machines alone.
In slow motion, the blade moves through air, its balanced weight and refined geometry revealed through fluid motion.
The knife demonstrates its final sharpness with a silent cut through suspended rice paper.
As the workshop settles into stillness, the blade rests among the tools that shaped it, symbols of a tradition passed across generations.
For a moment, the fire that forged the blade glows again, mirroring the heat and effort poured into its creation.
This is the culmination of fire, steel, and human skill, an enduring blade born from tradition,